The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Seahawks and the Broncos on Sunday night.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Sir.
And off we go from Denver. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Prescott from the gun on third. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Prescott now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He's got a man complete, and all the way home for the Broncos score. Derrick Henry, 71 yards. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. James Bradbury running in and finishing that play on the corner blitz. Here's Jordan Stout now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. On play action, now McCarthy. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Henry up the middle, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's McCarthy. They set up the screen for Henry. Oh, fighting off the defender, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now McCarthy. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Let's go now.
Throwing is McCarthy. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored, The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And out now come the Seahawks. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Now Prescott. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a yard. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air with McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Skirts by him at the 35. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. 2nd down and a yard. On the counter, it's Taylor. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Again, it's Taylor. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the air again, Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Adafe Owe, his 2nd sack of the night. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Out quickly to Judy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now Prescott. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Prescott yet again. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got room past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. McCarthy operating from the gun. To the sideline and incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room.
This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down carry for Henry. Down to the 42, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And Watson has it right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this is going to be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Derrick Henry, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Miller in motion right. Now Prescott. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Prescott from the gun. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action. Maybe
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Scotty Miller from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Up the middle they go. Stanford, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On the give, it's Vidal. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones.
This one complete to Yoshibas.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Hooker's going to throw it.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Again, it's Vidal. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the ground, it's Vidal.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Hooker.
Shakes off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Jones eluding the pressure right. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. That's Schwartz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Jones.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
We certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now Hooker. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tim Patrick, 37 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it, because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Stanford, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 7, 43 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. And they work this out past the 25.
Hooker to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.